Hello, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. I'm going to be going over all the books that I have on my physical TBR, on all my shelves. You're a little far away right now. Hopefully, y'all will still be able to see. Yeah, let's just jump into it because I'm sure that there's a lot. So yeah, we're just gonna start here and work our way down. So the first book on this shelf that I haven't read is The Dragon's Promise by Elizabeth Lim. Yeah, this is a sequel to Six Crimson Cranes, which I have read and loved, so I have this one, but I've heard that this one isn't as good, so I'm a little nervous. The next unread book I have on that shelf is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I love Strange the Dreamer so much, so obviously I had to buy this. I'm a little bit sad that I have this cover instead of like the really pretty newer covers, but I got it cheap from a secondhand bookstore, so I'm not mad at it. I'll get to it eventually. Okay, next are three books that I don't really want to take off the shelf. Hopefully you can see. It's the Darker Shades of Magic trilogy. So Darker Shade of Magic, A Gathering of Shadows, and A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. Yeah, I've read a couple books by V.E. Schwab, and I've loved them, so I'm very much looking forward to those. I also got those at a secondhand bookstore, and I was very excited to find the whole trilogy. So, onto this shelf. I've read everything on this shelf, so nothing to see here. This one, I only have one, which is Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. Pretty much the only reason why I haven't read this yet is because I feel like I should probably reread King of Scars first, because I don't remember everything that happened, so. And this is a chunky book that I feel like I need to know what's going on before going into it. I'm just gonna come over to this shelf now, before I change the channel? Before I change the camera angle. Okay, on this shelf we have these two, first of all, which is The House of Hades and The Blood of Olympus by Rick Riordan. These are the next books in the Heroes of Olympus series for me to get to. I believe I read like half of of House of Hades, but I never finished it, so I will at some point. And then we have Renegades and Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer, which are two, well, Arch Enemies is a new buy. I've had Renegades for a while. I love Marissa Meyer. I've loved everything that I've read from her, so I am looking forward to these. I bought the second book in the hopes that I will pick this one up faster. Okay, onto this shelf we have Blade Breaker by Victoria Aveyard. The only reason why I haven't picked this one up yet is that I don't remember anything that happened in Realm Breaker. I feel like I listened to it on audiobook and I didn't fully like absorb the world or the plot or really anything because I remember nothing. So I might have to pick it up physically or on my phone before I can get to this one. And I think is it the last one? Is it a trilogy? There's another book out. I think it's called Fate Breaker. I haven't even got that one yet, so. Then the only other one I haven't read on that shelf is Bloodmarked by Tracy Dion. This is book 2 in the Legendborn cycle. I read Legendborn last year. I think I'm gonna pick this up on audiobook though, because I read part of Legendborn. Stop recording. Hopefully it doesn't stop again, but yes, I will be picking this up on audiobook. This shelf has many more that I haven't read, so first of all we have The Raven Boys, Maggie Stiefvater, I Feel Left Out. I need to read it. Jade Fire Gold by June C.L. Tan. I've seen very good things about this. I know nothing really about it, but the cover is incredible, so I'm excited. Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. I kind of regret getting this copy because it's just so small, and like my hands are small, but this is like tiny and the printing's tiny and probably not my best choice. I might actually either listen to this on audiobook or read it on my phone, so it doesn't really matter anyways. Then we have Our Dining Table by Mita Ori. This is my like all-time favorite Japanese BL drama, and I didn't know that it was manga, so I picked this up when I saw it at the store immediately because I was like, these are my boys. I'm very excited to see if this is any different from the TV show. Oh my god, once again, I really don't want to take these out from the pile. So first we have Graceling by Kristen Cashore? I have the old covers though. Well, cover. I only have the first book. I have the old cover, which I don't love. But I have seen this book talked about a million times, so I need to read it. And then I have volumes 1 and 2 of Heaven Official's Blessing, which I think I'm gonna read on my phone because I tried reading it physically and I just like couldn't get into it. Hello, we have moved the camera angle down. Sorry if you hear my dog, she is literally right in front of me. So starting with this shelf, we have One for My Enemy, Olivia Blake. Yeah, I just feel left out because I feel like literally everyone has read her books and I haven't, so. And I found this at a secondhand bookstore, so. Yep. The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I feel like majority of these are just I felt left out, so I bought it and I haven't read it yet. I did hear recently that if you're going into it for the romance, you're going to be disappointed. It's more like politics based, and I'm even more excited now because the romance is not what I was going in for. Then we have Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I love the Caraval series. I just haven't picked up the sequel series. And I feel like literally everyone loves this one more, so. Then we have The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I loved The Starless Sea. I need to read this. Oh my goodness. Okay, A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. This is really high on my priority TBR, but I keep getting conflicting comments on whether I should read this one or Priory first, so I'm just conflicted. I don't know which one to read first. Hello, editing Emmy here to realize that I completely missed an entire shelf, the bottom shelf. So I'm just gonna put them all on the screen right now. Just gonna put all the covers on the screen. So sorry, my bad. And then for this shelf, I have not read The Lord of the Rings. Love the movies, love them so much. I'm intimidated by the books. Okay, that's it for my shelves. Then we have these stacks of books here. So first of all, we have The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater. I don't know if this is part of a series or what, but I have it. These 2 stacks of books are from my neighbor, so I didn't pick them. I just got a text being like, hey, I have boxes of books that I'm trying to get rid of. Do you want them? And I'm like, yes. So that wasn't that. This was in that. Oh my god. The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. I want to read some of his books, so this is nice. Geekerella by Ashley Poston. I know nothing about what this is about, but I've seen it online a lot, so. The Dark Between Stars by Atticus. This is a poetry book. Wind Witch by Susan Dennard. I don't have Truth Witch. And this is the second book, so I need to get that one first. Labyrinth Lost by Zoraida Cordova. I don't know anything about this, but one of my friends did say that it's a good book, so I trust them. The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X.R. Pan. Another book that I've seen talked about a ton online, but know nothing about. One of my friends on Bookstagram just did a review and gave it 5 stars, so I'm intrigued. Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. I think Vicious comes first. So again, I need to buy that first. Warcross by Marie Lu. I never read her books, so this is very exciting. I can finally be part of that crowd. Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I'm kind of ashamed that I haven't read this yet, honestly. Call Down the Hawk by Maggie Stiefvater. I haven't read The Raven Voice yet, so. And All the Crooked Saints by Maggie Stiefvater. I've heard mixed things about this one, but I now own a lot of Maggie Stiefvater. Okay, and then we have this stack, which is all manga. So first of all, we have The Boy and the Beast by Mamoru Hosoda. I don't know what this is about, but my friend said it's good. Then we have the first 3 volumes of A Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow. Again, I know nothing about this, but I was recommended it from friends, so I am eager to get to them. Volumes 1 and 2 of Not Your Idol. Never heard of these. Volumes 1 through 5 of Blue Exorcist. This has been on my TBR for a very long time, as well as the anime, so I'm very excited about this. I can now just read the first 5 volumes, binge read them. Volumes 1 through 4 of I Cannot Reach You, which I'm extremely excited for because I watched the BL drama for this recently and loved it so much, so I'm very excited to see if anything changed from the manga. Monologue Woven for You, Volumes 1 and 2. The black edition with the sprayed edges of Volumes 1 and 2 of Death Note. Very exciting. I do own Volume 1 of Death Note, but haven't read Volume 2, so this is exciting. And lastly, for the manga TBR, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Volumes 1 through 7. Okay, the last section are these books that I have in front of my mirror, piled on the floor. So the first book here is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. I watched the movie, never read the book, so that's exciting. And then we have The Fabulous Zed Watson and The Night of the Living Zed by Basil Sylvester and Kevin Sylvester. I was sent these by HarperCollins, very exciting. They're both signed. Yeah, they're signed to me specifically, to Emery, and there's a little drawing. Yeah, very exciting. I'm excited to get to these. These are pretty high on my TBR. Then we have book 1 and 2 of the Empires of Dust series. The Court of Broken Knives and The Tower of Living and Dying by Anna Smith Spark. I honestly don't know anything about these. I got them at Value Village. And they looked cool, so fantasy. The Last Exiles by Anne Shin. I got this for Christmas. Don't know what it's about. I'll get to it eventually. The Lie Tree by Frances Hardings. Another one I got for Christmas. Don't know what it's about. An Inheritance of Ashes by Leah Bobbitt. Another Value Village find. I used to just buy things at Value Village, I swear. And My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. I feel like literally everyone has read this and I haven't, so. Next we have Alazzo by Darcy Little Badger. I'm very excited to read this. I've heard good things, and I believe, is it the sequel? There's another book by this author that came out somewhat recently. I think it's the sequel to this, so hoping to get to this one soon. My Jasper June by Laurel Snyder. Got this one for Christmas. The Space Between Trees by Katie Williams. This cover is like the coolest cover I have. 30 Talks Weird Love by Alessandra Narvaez Varela. This is the one and only Goodreads giveaway that I've won. It's a poetry book. And lastly, the very last book is Son of the Storm by Sui Davies Okungaboa. I'm so sorry. I know that I butchered that. I apologize, but this has been on my TBR for like a super long time. And it is the first in the series. And do you see that cover? Are you kidding? So another one that I'm very hopeful I read soon. Majority of my physical TBR I just read based on what I pull in my TBR jar, which I do on TikTok and Instagram, in case you're wondering. So I don't really have a choice in when I read it, but hopefully this one gets picked soon. Okay, those are all the books on my physical TBR. Editing Emmy will have put the like tracker of how many books we counted on the screen somewhere, so let's just say right here is gonna be the final count. This is how many books I have on my physical TBR. I'm kind of scared. I didn't include my classics that are on my desk because honestly I more have those to collect rather than necessarily read. Like they're not ones that I would consider a priority, so I just didn't include those. There's 5, so if you add 5 to the final count, that's technically how many I have, but yeah, not including the classics. So yeah, that's my comeback to booktube. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing all the physical TBR books I have, and hopefully I can get this down by a decent amount this year, because yeah, I'm realizing I have too many books that I haven't read, and as you saw, I have what, 4, technically 5 stacks of books on the floor right now. I need to get a new bookshelf. But yeah, I will see you guys soon.